Hey everybody, this is Tim from TTT Urban Homestead. I had done a video in a long time, probably since June. It is November 22nd, I believe, Saturday morning, and a lot of people, my friends and family, want me to get an update video out there. So, just a little recap on maybe the weather. The weather's been really warm, so it's been hard to plant my winter crops, which is like kale, collard greens, mustard greens, even lettuce that I grow in the winter. But here's an update: red, white, and blue. Still got the vincas going. Everything else has pretty much died off. Here's the white vincas, and there is still some petunias in there. And then on the fence, I've got uh, the blue morning glories are popping out. They never pop out in the summer, so I'm learning something. The red ones and the white ones like to pop out in the summer, and then the blue ones especially like to come out in the fall, in the cooler times. Moving on, this is the okra that we had planted. We've harvested so much okra, and I believe it was like 20 plants. And then what I did was I saved several of the okra pods and let them dry out. And so I think I calculated out of one pod, I ended up getting like 72 seeds for okra. First time growing okra. My wife Carla, she handled most of the harvesting. She's familiar with the okra plant and knows how to cook it and store it and all that. So most of the beds right now are empty because I'm kind of waiting on it to, about now, it's about the time it's cooler now, so we're getting 40, upper 30s and 40s at night. So that's better for planting the winter crops. And even showing that mint in the summertime, the mint had kind of died off. Now it's popping up, like kind of rejuvenating. And then some of the other stuff in the herb garden. So we've got lavender and sage and a couple other things. Strawberries, strawberry beds looking good. I kind of want to reduce this down a little bit. Probably have to work on that maybe in the spring. Alright, so I'm gonna pause and then move toward the back. Okay, so this is the bed that we had. Like mainly, I didn't use this in the summer, except I put some of my green pepper bags and stuff just on top of the soil. I really didn't use the soil during the summertime. And even now, the only thing I've got in here is like stuff that I'm supposed to grow in the winter. Lettuce. I've got some, I believe it's kale and broccoli, and then lots of pansies. And they've been kind of struggling in the heat, so I've had to wait to try to plant them. Over here is the tomatoes. They're pretty much drying out now, but we've actually still, even as of last week, we've still been picking a few tomatoes. We had green beans back here on this back side, and now I've got Swiss chard. I went ahead and got it in broccoli, but see how the bugs are getting the leaves, but they should kind of die off once it gets cold, so hopefully these plants do pretty well. And we had green beans back here on the back side and corn right here. Now, some of those green beans we let dry out or we didn't pick it, just let it kind of dry out. And me and my son replanted some of those dried out green beans, and we're actually still harvesting some green beans. I don't know if you can see that or not. I need to pull these out because we're going out to Arkansas this for the holidays, but that'll probably be it for the green beans. We'll see. Another tomato plant. I usually try to plant all the vine tomatoes on around this raised bed, and then I have like a trellising system up around here that really helps you kind of extend the vines and keep them up. I had some two sweet potato bags, 10-pound bags that were right here, and I did harvest those, and I'll add a picture in the video where I harvested those sweet potatoes. Not a lot, but I'm happy. I mean, first time I did it. This is fennel. We'll see how it kind of survives. It went to seed, and I did get a few of those. The seeds, I captured them. Let's see. I believe this is fennel. Yep, that's dill. This is dill. So that's some dill that's out. Some volunteer mustard greens, and then my morning glory tree is now only showing the blue, pretty much showing the blue flowers. So that's pretty cool. It went from red in the spring and summer to now blue. So I guess once it freezes, it'll kill those off. I had some cherry tomatoes and stuff in here. They did pretty well. And then here's my lemon cypress. I want to use these for little Christmas trees in the front or something, put some lights on them. But these things started out, if I find a picture, I'll put it in here. But they started out, I got them last year, and they were just tiny, maybe 5 inches tall. But I've just kind of kept them, kept them watered and stuff, and they're doing good. Now, new addition to I used to have 2 smaller tunnel greenhouses, and so this year I decided to just have one big one for whatever heating purposes and things like that. I don't have this all built out like I want it yet. I got my buddy here trying to help me, Mr. Spike. You trying to help me, man? So I got stuff in here that I don't know necessarily has to be kept above freezing, but I know impatiens do. I don't know how they're gonna do, but I've got and some purple basil, and then on this side I've got some peppers still growing, different types of peppers. I did have some Roma tomatoes. That's some more fennel. A couple of strawberry buckets here. I'm gonna get in here. I don't know. Might be December, and just get this laid out how I want it, and get more stuff growing in here because there's plenty of room in here. So at night, this is one of my the heaters I use. So I'm trying to keep the temperature above 55 because these plants will not produce if it's too cold. They just kind of go dormant. And of course I don't want them to freeze either. But like this particular green pepper plant, this is its 3rd year. So it was out in the summertime. They did well, and then I bring it in the winter. Now you can bring it in and just keep it above freezing, and then it will sprout new growth. It'll sprout new growth in the spring, or if you keep it above 55, it will actually still keep producing. a couple eggplants over here, so I'm just trying to see. I didn't really have them last year. I had them in, they were heated, but I lost the plant. I don't know why, but also I have lights in here, grow lights, and so I need to set up to, because the other part of there's three things that you need to grow plants with is light, water, and food. So if you keep your soil, if you use whatever type of fertilizer, just just read the instructions on it and don't over fertilize. The other thing is light, and so a lot of plants, they grow real well in the summertime because they get that much more light, and then in the wintertime the amount of light they get cuts down, so you don't get as much. So you might want to add 3 or 4 more hours of light for the plants that are maybe in the greenhouse. You just want to add more light so that they'll do better. I am covering the pool today. I'm going to be doing a lot of winterizing stuff today because it just seems like we probably might get a freeze this next week. My other greenhouse, the door with the storms that came through, this tree up here just constantly keeps breaking off stuff. And anyway, I lost the door. So I'm just using this as a storage, just to keep things out of the rain, things like that. And I do have a back door on this greenhouse. This is a 25-foot tunnel. And of course, the other thing is, I was talking about how am I going to, I kept wondering how I'm going to keep the sides down, because the wind, even with those big cinder blocks, the wind this week just lifted the edge of that tunnel out from under the brick. So anyway, we decided, hey, we'll just add some of these bags that we have soil in, and I might even plant some stuff in these bags once I get it set up how I want it. But I'm just getting something on the side of this tunnel to keep it from blowing up and then letting in colder air. But that's the pool. Like I said, I'm going to cover that up today. And I don't know, I just wanted to do an update on what's been going on. Been doing a lot of little extra stuff, gig work and things, so hadn't been able to spend as much time as I want in the garden area. But this update, hopefully everybody watches, like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.